Yo. Welcome to the first episode of our podcast, our little project that we've been working on for a while.
For a long minute.
For not a long minute, but for a decent while. I'll pass it to some of these fellas that I have here. My name is Mashugna, aka Mark Berry. That's my AKA, that's my analysis, Mark Berry, but I'm really Mashugna. But here's Trees.
Hello. I don't have to introduce myself. It's already been introduced. And yes, right there.
Little technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Jay-Z is posing for My name is Fabian, but I'm called Trees by nobody. And honestly, this is our first podcast. We've been thinking about it a while to do this, but we're all busy. We're super busy. We all have hoes. We don't carry. We carry around guns with lunch boxes and everything. And I'm gonna pass it to Roman.
What's up? It's your boy, R-O-M-A-N. This is the first time we're doing this. Right now we're finna smoke a backwood. And I laced it with some wax. It's 99.8% THC. And so we're just gonna discuss about the arts of what goes on in our world here with Mashugna, Palm Trees, and Roman. So, alright, let's get it started. Mashugna already turned on the fucking backwood. So, I'm gonna pass it to Palm Trees. It was nice knowing you, and just keep following us for more updates. We'll see you soon, but let's let the show begin.
Yes. Well, we only have a mic. We have budget cuts. We have to stop production because we were honestly funding Jurassic World. They wanted all the money they want from us.
Yeah, a lot of budget cuts, a lot of piggy banks had to be broken to get some of this stuff at the moment. But to be honest with you, just keep supporting. And obviously, we're gonna have better equipment, so it really depends on y'all. If you subscribe or if you to stay tuned into what we're doing. I suggest to stay tuned because obviously we're gonna have more interesting stuff, marijuana, hip hop, art, fashion. I'd say politics sometimes. Obviously, a lot of our daily lives consist of politics.
Or sports.
Yeah, sports too. Obviously we're gonna be keeping you updated with what's ever in our lives or whatever we find is interesting. But this first podcast, I mean, we could all agree that definitely this is gonna be like a rough draft. This is first take. We didn't even plan this out. We're just going with the flow at the moment.
Yeah.
So, but right now we have one mic, so I'm just gonna have to pass it to JC for a little bit, get him talking.
Roman, all right, let's go, let's do this. So, what we're gonna do is, so frequently there's been a lot of talk about how the homosexuals like to get involved in hip hop, and there's nothing wrong with that because they're as human and they have the right to express their ways of like I won't say intentions, but they have the right to have fun too, But the thing is that some rappers are, they don't go that way,
What I'm trying to say is that
it's their vision.
So you can't just mess with it. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm gonna pass it back to Mashugna because right now I'm kind of stuck.
There's a lot of different things that you could say about that topic. I come from a Democrat household. I don't really care too much about sexual preference, but I understand like a lot of times in the African American community, acceptance of homosexuality, LGBTQ individuals, it is a lot harder to accept. So obviously the black community would be frustrated and with this, and this would affect hip hop. Not to be stereotyped like everybody listens to rap or anything like that, but the majority of listeners are African American individuals to hip hop or R&B or rap or anything like that. So like Taylor Bennett, I mean, have you seen the Breakfast Club interview with Taylor Bennett? It's actually been pretty useful information. Like he explained his standpoint. If you don't know who Taylor Bennett is, he's Chance the Rapper's brother, and he's explaining how he came out to the general public about being bisexual. And so I kind of understood that, and I kind of respected that he said that input. He's making it easier for our kids to be accepted. Like, say if your child was, of that sexuality, I'm not, wishing that upon nobody. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm not saying nothing about that. But he's making it better and easier for your kids to be accepted in the community. He's being patronized at the moment, so your kids could be, understood. That's all I would have to say.
Also, a disclaimer: we're not biased. We usually we prefer to accept everybody as long as they accept us.
As long as you got a soul.
Yeah. Like if you don't like us, we still like you.
Yeah, it's all about
it's
compassion. It's all about compassion, It's like we all live in this one small planet in Earth, Whatever we think of, the universe will bring it to us. So, like, if you bring in your bad vibes, then you're just gonna ruin people's, vibe, So let's get this going. Let's get on a roll. What we have now is 2018. A lot of projects came out this year. A lot of them were kind of like, like 4-star out of 5. Some of them were like disappointments, or you could say washed up artists. But it's something that a lot of people don't want to talk about because, you might offend their favorite artist, song, composer, mixer. So here in this topic, we're going to start from January. I think the first album we had in hip hop of the year was the Migos Culture 2. I really thought it wasn't as good as I thought it would be because it would have become like a big old movement before, like Atlanta and the South with Culture 2. It was supposed to bring back like the cool energy that they had with the first album with Bad and Bougie. Yeah, there's more songs I don't know by memory, but Kelly Price.
That's one of my favorites.
Young Thug.
Yeah. You guys, Travis Scott.
Travis Scott. Yeah. My boy H-Town. I feel like here in the South we represent ourselves well, because I'm not trying to say that the old hip hop is whack. I love old hip hop. I was raised listening to Rakim, the Notorious, B.I.G., Mobb Deep. Like my favorite albums from the Wu-Tang, I still listen to them right now. Whenever I'm alone and shit.
Yeah.
Let me hit this shit. Hold on.
It's always something good.
I'm gonna pass this to my boy, Shavina.
But I understand that. I'm generally I wouldn't say that I was somebody that would listen to older rap all the time. Well, would you say that about yourself?
No, not really. I like music in general, but like I said, like age will like the time will continue. It will never stop. So these new artists are gonna keep popping out of nowhere, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I would say the same thing as well. I mean, sorry, you gotta bear with us. We have only one microphone, so that's why we'd have to. So it's kind of awkward at the moment. But no, I would say, generally speaking, a lot of people would say, old rap is the best. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not something you could. I mean, they would say that, but to be honest, how is new rap going to be better than old rap at the moment? This is just something that just came out. This is something that's brand new. You can't compare that to older rap. So I feel like, as somebody that is in the current age, you discover what's coming out, what's going to be the best that's, next and coming. And that's what we're going to speak about. We're going to talk about that a lot during our podcast. There's a lot of people that should be on and that I think that should be on. I'm not going to say that they should be on because I think that they should be on, but you need to look into these people, and I just feel like you need to prepare for that for our next, podcast. I don't know which one is going to be down the line, but just prepare yourself for that.
I did see some videos saying like new hip hop is more sort of not the way how it used to be in the day. Hip hop started new from the 80s. Pretty much in the 80s, no?
It was in the
80s. It was 80s. Oh, well,
not the
70s technically.
I think the 70s was more like
technically, it's the roots of hip hop.
I was gonna say, who was this MC Hammer? Like 80s, yeah. It was around that.
MC Hammer's 90s, bro.
90s?
Yeah,
70s, I don't know. It's been here for quite a while now. It's big.
I would say 70s. I think maybe like late 70s.
I know it has roots from the 70s, but I know 80s is where like gangsta rap happened with that NWA shit. You know, like
Oh,
it's about the reality that we face and putting it into like they put it into like their projects, you know, pouring out what they experimented in their lives. Sure.
I mean, hopefully, you know, the plan is to have, you know, I'm not gonna say that we should put people on, but I want to be, you know, known.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. You know, this is obviously what we're trying to do, and so generally, yeah, we're just gonna put people on. Just stay tuned. That's all I gotta say.
Hell yeah. It's like we gotta keep the wave flowing, you know?
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah.
we gotta. It's everything has a start.
This is very difficult.
Yeah, this some wax, bro. Like goddamn and shit inside of a back.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling the effects, guys. Like shit, but man.
Okay, but like I seen people do this on the internet, and I see them. All they do is just look at the camera. You look at the camera, make sure that you're home with people. Like, oh yeah, what's up, bro? This is our Skype from somewhere in Uganda or somewhere. But I'm saying like, okay, I am just chilling here. I'm recording myself. This is real life. As we call it, a podcast. We'll figure out the name of this podcast. I'm saying.
Comment down below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make proposals and whoever they call out, yeah, use this name. I'm like, if it's gonna be a dumb one, then fuck it.
Yeah, just don't fuck with us like that. Whatever, the best idea wins something. Or recognition, but you'll win something.
By recognition.
Yeah, you just bear with us. We're from the South Side, Dallas. Not really the South Side, but we're like we represent the. You know, we're in Dallas. You know, we're some Dallas motherfuckers here, and we got family. Well, I got family in another country, and that loves rap as well. They know in Mexico. They know who Kendrick Lamar is. They know all of those people. Like they like the movies in there, they're a bit more edited, but it's like it's whatever, you know. People love to like enjoy their lives. This one night in Mexico when I arrived in the summertime, which was like maybe like a year ago from now, like July or June, I was working with this guy, Palm Trees Fabian, in Uptown Dallas, and I was one of the cooks there, but typically, I was not like a cook. I was just like preparing the salads and like desserts, like side jobs. So this one time, I went to a trip in downtown Guanajuato. My anthem at the time was the Damn album, which was the fourth album of Kendrick Lamar.
Studio?
Studio, yeah.
I believe so.
I think so. It's barely new. It's like the spring of 2017 and heading towards the summertime. So it's like I was just chilling, like these big old mountains everywhere and shit. And I fucking enjoy going everywhere. So this one time I went to like Guanajuato with my fam, cousins, and we were drinking it up like it was like crazy. It felt good, you know. I don't really usually smoke cigarettes, but when I do, it's just like if I'm kicking it at a party, event, or just going out with the fam or with like friends. But other than that, you don't see me doing that. It's nothing. It's a personal choice. So I got super hella drunk, and then this one time we was just like bar hopping from every corner and street to street, and then one of my cousins threw up on the balcony, so there was like two floor, and we went up there, and it was kind of windy, and so my cousin, he felt nauseous, and he was trying to play cool. He was really clean looking, you know, he was tight, but he messed it up with this one girl. He almost threw up on her, and then she I mean, I wish I had a video, but she was just in disgust, and she says like or whatever. But it was like crazy shit, and we were listening to like Lust, Fear, from the Kendrick Lamar album, so I should believe me, like, you know, he's a good artist right there. Well, what's y'all opinions about for this guy?
I just want to ask you a few questions, because that's a really interesting story, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very different, very cultural, you know, difference when you go to like Mexico, but like How is it in Mexico? Do they listen to like Wu-Tang? Do they listen to older rappers too as well?
I mean, I'm not sure if they do, but like, you know, like since I'm young, like they like listening to like, you know, like what's popping and what's like fire. Most people in our age and generation, I mean, maybe like a little percentage, it doesn't matter where you're from, what country, but they love to listen to like, you know, the beats or sometimes, just like Tupac said, if you wanted to be serious about, you know, listening to the songs, don't listen to the drums or to the beats, just listen to the message. That's good too. Hey, we all respect Tupac here. We respect anyone that follow their dreams and become something they always wanted to be.
Do you respect Lil Xan?
Oh man, okay, he's a human being, you know, so look, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's this one song that was actually good, and like I said, this is a new generation, they like to hear shit, you know, so it's like right now, it's back then in the fucking 80s, it was like gangster rap, 90s, like poetry, early 2000s, it was like J.E. club music, but now it's like, it's all about sonic, the wave, you know, like, people like to listen to like new sounds and all that, so Lil Xan, I appreciate you doing what you've done, but I don't know.
I guess you're saying like we're going back to what you meant, what y'all meant, like the rap from the LGBT or something, like, you know.
You think Lil Xan's gay?
Probably, bro. Like new music sounds kind of gay.
He's going out with Noah Cyrus. Do you know who that is?
Billy Cyrus, Offspring.
Yeah, maybe some like, you know.
It's Hannah Montana.
She's pretty. I ain't gonna lie. You know. But no, I'm gonna say it how it is. A lot of new rappers. I'm not gonna shit on nobody. But Lil Pump doing his thing. But you know.
Shout out to Florida. Love you guys.
I mean, come on. His new song was Drug Addicts.
Yeah, bro.
Addicts.
And Trippie Redd. I kill people.
I kill.
It's like these new people, these new rappers, they don't care what they're saying.
Really?
Yeah, I just had an idea that the camera could probably hear us from here, and I could just.
We barely know what the fuck we're doing.
Technical difficulties.
We try our best.
Real shit.
We trying our best at this thing.
This shit's really good weed.
Bro, I can feel the wax in the weed and fucking. I'm fucking high, man.
Honestly, if you're listening to this, you should just comment what we should do next. You know, just ideas. I don't really know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
If you tell us to do it, you watch it.
We'll do it for you.
We'll do it. Shit. Just let us know. I mean, shit. Honestly, even if it's hateful, come on, calm it down.
Yeah.
Calm it down, please.
If you're like one of those people that can't speak up or whatever, and
Yeah, just
comment down below and just send us a message, and we might see it. But most likely
we will see it.
We'll
say go fuck yourself, but you're still watching our videos. Calm it down. But I'm gonna let y'all know something. What do you think? I mean, I don't dress nice. I'm fucking ugly as shit right now. Don't mind my hair. Don't mind doing my shit. But fashion-wise, how do you think the approach to fashion is in this new generation?
It's advancing. Like, look.
No, fuck it.
It was some lyrics or something to some song, but we might just preview it like later on.